All right, so American Express is kicking this year off very, very strong. Only less than a week into the new year of 2021, we're already getting multiple reports of different benefits and offers that they've added to their lineup. We also have to keep in mind that although they have added these benefits, they have also lost a few, not because they stripped them away, just because a lot of different things that we found value in went ahead and expired. Now, just a quick outline of today's video. We're first going to be going over some of the benefits of this credit card right here and how you can score a free instant $200 cash back today. On top of that, I'm also going to be going over what I believe is the best credit card of 2021. And the third and final thing I wanted to discuss was just talking about where the general credit card market is heading. Now, because we have seen so many huge adjustments within the banking industry, we do need to go over exactly why some issuers like this one right here are adding additional benefits to start their year off, while we're seeing other competitors just sit on the sideline and wait. There is an explanation for all this, and we are going to go heavy into the analytics and some of the things that you should expect moving into the future. And I think it just kind of ties in with everything, with the rise of crypto going on, the stock market still going on a very bullish run, and many other things. So sit tight, take some notes if you'd like, get some snacks if you'd like. There's going to be a lot of value in this video, and if you like credit cards or anything like that, don't forget to hit that like button down below. And one last thing, comment down below what your one New Year resolution is, what you wish to accomplish. This could be trying to pay off your debt, or this could be trying to make $10,000 in the stock market, or even something as trying to invest $100 and seeing what happens there. It's really inspiring to me as a creator to see where everyone is at on their path, and it really just gives me a better idea on the type of content that I should consider making moving into this next year. So comment down below, and like always, thank you all so much again for tuning by. Let's get into the meat and why you're here. So in an effort to replace the wireless and streaming credit that we had on this card, which were $20 each, which was a total of $40 per month, that all went to the offset of the annual fee that you pay on a card like this, we are now seeing $30 of PayPal credits added to this card. So PayPal is oftentimes used for two major reasons. One, you send money to your friends or family, or you try to pay another company, or say a company wants to sponsor a video on this channel. Oftentimes they will try to PayPal me if they don't want to wire me the money. Now, this credit isn't applicable to that form of transaction when it comes to PayPal, but if you do go on a random Shopify store, or you're trying to purchase something online, you will oftentimes at checkout get an option to pay using PayPal. That is what this credit is meant for. So for every month up until the month of June, you will get a free $30 associated with the American Express Platinum Card. American Express released this type of benefit for two reasons. It is considered one of their higher tier cards, and they want to retain as many members as possible. There's no point in trying to get a acquisition of someone signing up for this card and then they just get rid of it the year before. It's kind of like all their hard work is falling apart. So one way in order to recoup that value or get people to hold these cards is to provide these type of monthly additions so people can justify that high annual fee. Now, the next offer that you need to know about is related to Amex offers, and this is probably one of the best things that we've seen in a while for a card like this. So right now with the American Express Personal Platinum version, meaning not the business one, just the regular personal consumer one, you can find yourself getting a free $200 back because of Best Buy and Home Depot. The way this works is if you spend $50, you'll get $50 back in credits, and you can do this twice for Best Buy, and you can also do the same thing with Home Depot. You do the math, 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 is $200 back right there. Now, in order to activate this offer, there are a couple things you need to know. This is found through the Amex offers portal, and not everyone is going to get this, but it looks like a majority of the people who are platinum card holders are seeing this as well. I also went ahead and read through the entire fine print so you guys don't have to, and a couple key points that you need to know. Number one, this is going to be limited enrollment. This is probably related to the amount of people that first sign up for this. So what I believe is this is going to be first come, first serve. If you guys try to find this maybe a week or two later on, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be there. I believe that they're going to cap this out to a number of people who actually get the offer and then activate it. I'm not sure exactly how the whole process works in the back end in terms of companies getting added to the Amex offers and then them being redeemed for it, but I have to assume that this is still coming out of someone's pocket, and they're not going to let every single person do this. So if you guys have not yet haven't looked into Amex offers, make sure you do that. Throughout this entire year, I've always emphasized the power of how much money you can save using Amex offers. Start 2021 on the right foot. Go log in, activate as many as you can. You can activate over 100 of them, and if you do get 100, you'll still have eligibility for the other ones. You just won't see them on the dashboard. Going back to the terms and conditions with Best Buy, you have to order it online, so you can't go in there and ship it. I'm sure it'll still activate, but if you do want to play on the safe side and make sure that you do everything you can in order to stay eligible for the activated offer, make sure you follow that. With Home Depot, it's a little different. You don't have to get it shipped to you. You can actually order it online and then go and pick it up in store. So that's another benefit or thing that could help a couple people out right there. Another popular question I've been seeing is, Brian, can we get gift cards using this? Now, gift cards have always been kind of a sketchy, unsure, spoken topic in the credit card world. Imagine this. You have the Platinum card, you have that $50 benefit, and you buy a $50 Best Buy gift card, and you don't have to worry about finding an item to match that price and going through the hoops in case you didn't want to buy anything today. Now, although it specifically doesn't state in the terms and conditions that you can't use a gift card, this is something I highly advise against doing. Now, keep in mind, I have been getting a ton of data points over on Facebook from people getting this activated, buying gift cards, and then still seeing the credit redeemed almost immediately back into their account. But guys, we're talking about American Express here. We're talking about the company that literally has their own dedicated team known as the Rat Team that looks for people doing these things. We have seen them put out bait before in order to just catch people, and we've also seen them claw back different things and shut down people as well. If you think activating an offer like this, getting the gift card is a smart idea, I would highly recommend against it. Just find an item that you can buy. I was able to find multiple things. Best Buy's actually having some pretty decent sales. I got a Wi-Fi plug that I needed. I got a paper shredder that I needed. And I also got like this Apple Watch stand, which I also wanted. If you know anything about the credit card reporting industry, you'll know that there are different levels to reporting data. It starts with level 1, it goes to level 2, it goes to level 3. You have to realize that most of these merchants are now reporting level 3, which actually goes into the product details of what you bought, the SKU, and even things like the color or the dimensions. You really don't want to put yourself at risk, because if you think they won't be able to tell what type of specific item you're buying, you're not right, okay? They can actually go into the detail, and we're living in a time where they have pulled out this data before in the past, not only to see what consumer trends are like, but in order to just catch people trying to abuse the system. I'm sure if American Express wanted to, they can import that level 3 data transaction in order to just find gift cards and easily put people on this red or black tier list, where maybe in the future, if they do anything else that is shady, they will do something that you may not like to your account, like shutting it down. In most instances, I would say go ahead and risk the biscuit, but it's Best Buy. You can find so many things on there for around $50 that are just easy ways for you to redeem this credit. So if you have the Platinum card, that's a free $200 right there. We haven't really talked about Home Depot. Same principles apply. Home Depot has so many things that you can buy, and I actually went ahead and used up everything today just in case, it got taken up, just so I don't have to worry about it in the future. With Home Depot, I'm just gonna buy some paper towels, some soap, some things that I'm gonna need anyways that I'll purchase throughout the year. One last thing, if you are doing online shopping, if you wanna save additional money, you have to make sure that you sign up for something called Ebates, also known as Rakuten. We did a heavy push of this back in the month of December, and if you have not yet purchased anything using Rakuten, they literally just give you free cash back on the amount of money you spend. So if you're about to buy something on Best Buy, you're about to stack the PayPal with the Best Buy Amex offers credit, make sure that you have Rakuten as well. That's a triple stack right there, so you can get additional savings on the item that you may or may not need just to get the benefits. Just right there, I've saved you a pretty decent amount of money, but if you still want free stuff, I have a link down below in the description for an investing app called Robinhood. I'm sure most people have Robinhood by now, but just in case you haven't, my link down below will give you a free stock. Check it out. The stock market has been great, and if you do want to get into the investing scene and you want to start 2021 strong, I would recommend you guys to check that link out down below. Next up on this list is the best credit card of 2021, and I've been saying this for a while, and I'm still saying it now. It's still the Chase Freedom Flex. The welcome bonus offer still stands of $200 after you spend $500 within the first 3 months. That alone right there is about a 40% return back on your money. If you know you can spend $500 in 3 months, which most people can, you're getting a free 40% off on all the purchases made within that $500 period. Aside from that, the 5% grocery back offer is absolutely insane. And if you are going through a very tough time, they are offering you a 15-month no promotion bonus with the Chase Freedom Flex card and the Freedom Unlimited. Many people have been asking me, Brian, I have the Chase Freedom card already. Are you sure I need to get the Freedom Flex? Am I still going to be eligible for it? The answer is yes. So I had the Chase Freedom card and the Freedom Unlimited before they came out the Flex. The Flex is a different product under this category. If you have not gotten the Freedom Flex yet, you are eligible for this, and links for that will be down below in the description as well. While we are still talking about the topic of Chase products, what in the tar nation is Chase doing while American Express continues to add benefits to their cards? And here we have to do a little bit more of an in-depth analysis on pretty much what the banks are thinking. So for this section of the video, I'm just gonna switch my setup a little because we're gonna have to do a deep dive. So using the past performance of the stock market, we can often find this as a decent indicator on how a company or corporation performed throughout this past year. In 2019, JP Morgan Chase's stock actually gave a return of 43%, while in 2020, they had a loss of 8.85%. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that that is a pretty significant jump, especially for an entity that's been around since the big old steel-aged railroads. Now, if we take a look at this graph right here, we'll see that Chase was doing fairly well, but back in April, there was this huge drop-off, which was pretty much the craziness of the recent crisis that we had. Shortly after we saw that gradual drop-off in the stock market, we began to see things starting to elevate back to where they were before. Keep in mind, this was a course of months. This did not recover as quick as many other sectors did, and we still aren't where we were before this pandemic actually hit. Right now, the stock is trading at $125.87, and before this drop-off happened, it was trading around $137. After taking a look at the stock market performance and understanding that they still aren't where they were before the pandemic actually hit, we can get a better idea and fundamental understanding of why this is the way it is. To begin, although many industries were negatively impacted by the pandemic, the banks are some of the most highly sensitive groups out of all the different markets in the industry. This is because the banks monetize themselves in a variety of different channels. During the peak of this crisis, we saw the demand for loans starting to go down while many people were starting to default on the amount of loans that they've had. Although for people like us, we assume that Chase is just a credit card company, we have to realize that they are well diversified outside of just their credit card sector. Because the recent crisis forced many businesses to shut down and many people defaulting on these loans that they've taken out for a number of years, including mortgages, personal loans, and business-related expenses, we then began to see a huge default in something called credit losses. Just in Q1 alone of 2020, JP Morgan Chase had a credit loss of $6.8 billion. Standing aside the fact that many people were defaulting on their loans, the banks quite literally losing out on billions of dollars in a single quarter, it didn't help at all that the government began to come out with stimulus packages that then inflated the dollar and the federal government reducing the overall interest rate throughout this year. If somehow the entire pandemic took an even worse turn, we could have expected to see some of the most detrimental effects happen to the banks. And I feel like we are still not out of the gutter. And that's what explains for the reason why they aren't as ambitious in providing these type of offers in their credit department. So credit cards are always going to be the top of the funnel entry level in trying to get consumers to sign up for some of their things. But the real money is made through auto loans or mortgages that pretty much give you a contract with these banks for 10, 15, or even 30 years of your life while you continue to pay interest. Without a pandemic, I am almost certain that Chase would have been much more aggressive with some of these offers, but knowing exactly what is going on in the world, they are playing this a little bit more strategically and playing some more defense rather than shooting the ball and going on offense like American Express has done. I believe a lot of this comes down to exactly how each bank decides to make their money, because American Express operates a little bit more differently, and how they decide they want to move forward, knowing that things still may not return back to normal for another 6 months to a year. I know there are a ton of different banks that we could go and talk about with their financials and how they performed in the market, but Chase and American Express continues to be number one. They still have a wide variety of co-branded partners that relate to many different industries. Hotels, airlines, you name it. As long as we keep an eye out on what's going on with our two major banks, I think everything else falls into place. When it comes to subprime lenders, we actually heard a lot of good news because many people were paying more interest, but right now it's still too early to tell in terms of where things are headed. Now, the question that many of you guys are probably curious about, because I know I am, is what is Chase going to do? Are they going to continue to just sit on the sideline and wait for things to emerge? Are they going to be a little bit more passive than aggressive like their competitors are doing? And I believe Chase is getting ready to actually come out with a couple new things. For now, the rest of quarter one seems to be pretty slow, and I don't blame them at all. But I do believe that if quarter one jobs return back to normal, we're seeing things improve much drastically. Travel is starting to increase. We know that JP Morgan Chase recently had an acquisition in that travel rewards department of their sector. So what that pretty much means is we could see things start to unfold for the second quarter of 2021. And that would actually be pretty amazing. People starting to return back to normal, elevated welcome bonus offers, maybe some revamps to some of their higher tier cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or even the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which really, really needs an upgrade pretty soon. So guys, that was my rough analysis on what's going on in the market. I really hope you guys enjoy this type of information. And if you did, don't forget to drop a like on this video if you somehow did not yet already. And don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. I also have one big news, a little treat for anyone who's been watching this all the way till the end of the video, but I do plan on coming out with a Discord. We have this almost set up by now. So I'm going to release the Discord information first in our Facebook group. So if you guys have not yet joined the Facebook group already, go ahead and do that. But the Discord is going to be an insane part of 2021. I have all of our moderators set up. We have the channel set up. And right now I'm just getting ready to open this up to the public just so you guys know when to join. So if you're looking to join a better, more in-depth community, we're going to do a lot of special things in there. And if travel does open up, we're going to have some in-person meet and greets. Is that what they're called? It's been so long. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, we're going to have some in-person meet and greets, maybe towards the end of the year, hopefully after the summer, depending on how things are with social gatherings and stuff. But if not, we'll just do it virtually. Okay, I think that'll be very cool too. So if you want to meet me in person one day, if you want to be involved in the community, if you enjoy this, if you love credit cards, this is something that I highly recommend you guys to do. Now, thank you all so much again for watching. Don't forget to follow me over on the gram at Credit Brian. And thank you all so much again for watching. And until next time, peace out.